So good morning. This is where we camped last night. There was a bit of a breeze, but this nice rock wall kind of blocked some of it. Faith and I slept with our fly off to try to get a little bit more breeze, but it wasn't too bad. I think we all got a little bit of sleep. Everybody was itchy. We did baby wipe baths and hung our stuff out. It did actually dry a bit, so it was like soaked. It looked like we just dripped our clothing in the lake. And today is supposed to be even hotter than yesterday, so we gotta take it easy and stop a lot and drink a lot, and then we'll see how it goes. And I know this morning is supposed to be very rocky, so we'll just take our time and see where we get. Got a bit of views this morning. Good morning, eh? Okay, here we go. Beautiful view this morning. And more rocks. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're at the creamery. I would assume that a creamery would not have vegan because it's a creamery, right? But they actually had a soy-based vegan ice cream that I could have, so I'm pretty excited. These guys are already digging into theirs, and we get to eat it in the shade, watching a beautiful view. I'll flip the camera around and show you. This is the Bellevale Creamery, and they had a hiker log for us to sign to. Yeah, so it was very good. It's a good stop. I'm glad we got here. It was opening at 12, so we weren't sure if we were gonna be 2 ahead of time and have to wait, but we made it here just in time. So we've been back on trail for a bit, and we're melting faster than the ice cream was melting at the creamery. While we were there too, there was other hikers there that were all making hotel arrangements and getting off trail for this heat wave. We're gonna keep pushing through. We're just not putting any pressure on ourselves, and we're stopping wherever we need to stop. We had 2 lots of ice cream and took advantage of the shade and uploaded a video while we were there for tomorrow. And now we're back on trail. We're trying not to jinx ourselves, but we had heard a lot of comments about the rocks today, and as you saw in the other videos, it was just all rock all day so far, but I thought it ended around the creamery, so hopefully we won't have any more crazy rock climbing stuff. But there's a little brook campsite coming up in 3.5 miles ish. We're probably going to stop there for a break, maybe make something to eat, and I'm considering rinsing out my socks and my shirt and hanging them up for a bit. And I think the salt in my shirt is causing a bit of a rash under my arms, so it'd be nice to wash up a bit, and then hopefully tonight when we camp, we'll get a spot where we're getting a little bit of breeze. But anyway, so we'll keep showing you if there's more to see. And we did jinx ourselves.
Who said it?
I did. I jinxed it. Okay, here we go again. At least we got a bit of a view. It looks like this is all we're doing today. That's crazy. Huh. Yeah, I wonder if that's what it was to get you out of this. There was a blue blaze, so I don't know if that's for if this is wet. Didn't say. This is kind of crazy up here. Holy baby. Here's our little waterfall and more of our rocks to climb. We've got water source in, I think, 3.6-ish. And then a camp spot at a viewpoint not long after that, I think in 4.2. So we're gonna see how it goes there, because that'll make it a 14 something day, which we're okay with. Most people are getting off trail. We just passed another hiker that was just laid out flat in the bush. We're just staring over there just to make sure the belly's still actually moving. Everybody's okay, but he's just sleeping for the afternoon. Is that nice and cold?
It's nice and cold.
Oh yeah. So 14.5 on a day like today isn't a bad day. Yeah. So hopefully we can actually make it there. We're all pretty melted and pretty done in with all the rocks and all the heat today. But yeah. Faith thought about going and joining Ranger Vic, who we think is laying there in the bush. It was him for sure. Yeah. So he's laying flat out in the shade in the bush. And there was a water, so that was right after our last water source. So he'll have lots of water there for today. So that wouldn't be a bad camp spot. Yeah, but we're climbing these stairs. Okay, so we had gotten up to this point. As we were climbing those stairs and coming up here, we heard a huge tree go down. It was so loud, and Faith thought that the direction was like kind of towards us, but then when we got up here, like Frankenstein offered to go and check on Ranger Vic, because Faith's like, I don't want to go, like, what if I'm wrong and which way it went and what I saw, and there's a whole story where we worried about Ranger Vic the one time. Were we in the Smokies?
We were on that ridge line right before mile 300.
Yeah, we were on the ridge line right before mile 300, and we worried about him until Uncle Johnny's, and we were at Uncle Johnny's, and he showed up there, and I was like, oh, thank God. And I kept asking him, has anybody seen Ranger Vic? He should have passed us.
I'm sitting in Uncle Johnny's on the chair.
Yeah.
He pops his head beside me. I'm like, you're alive.
Oh, you're alive. So it's a whole thing. So then when Faith and I are looking at each other, Faith's like, I don't know. I think it fell this way, but what if it didn't? What if he... So Frankenstein was very kind. He grabbed his first aid kit and went back down those steps and across over to there to check on him, and he's fine. It didn't hit, but it came right across the trail. Like, so it was, and Frankenstein took a picture of it and sent it to us. So it was a pretty big tree. It made a lot of noise. So, but yeah, so Ranger Vic is fine. We know that now. We don't have to go for it. Yeah, it's like, can't believe it's the same kid twice.
We haven't seen him in 1,000 miles.
We haven't seen him in like 1,000 miles. And as soon as we see him, something happens that makes us going to be going, okay, if we don't check on him, we're going to be worried about him now for the next 1,000 miles. Yeah, so anyway, he's fine. So now Frankenstein is just cooling off his face. And then we have to climb here. We're only going to go that 4 miles. So we've got time. Take it easy. And we're getting our water about half a mile before the site. So yeah, so we got time. But yeah, so Ranger Vic is fine once again. Okay, so we just finished a brutal climb. It was a huge rocky climb, and now we are going to try to make our way to to the water. We still have, I think, 2.1 to the water, and then so it would be about 2.6 or something to the campsite. So here, we'll see what's between here and there. Oh, they're gone. Oh.
There's a deer. You can barely see her now. There's a deer in the pond over there.
Inside?
Hmm?
In the pond?
She was down in the pond.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.